Uh-oh. There he is.
We back. We back.
There we
We
go.
back.
Like we
We
never.
back.
Yeah.
Mm, we back. Uh. Uh. We back. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Zone Sports Podcast.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, y'all see what time we on, you know what I mean? What's going on? Your boy Big V. You see my guy over there, my guy Corey. He never telling the same old Ty story. You know what I'm saying? He never ever dated a floozy also. You know what I mean? You see what I mean? He over there, his Carolina Splendor and all that. You know what I mean? Yo, real quick, yo, before we get into everything, man, like we got to get the Carolina program back on track. We got to get the program back on track. We like
Yeah.
0 and 4, 0 and 5 against ranked teams right now. It's looking bad, but that is not where we start. I just want to just point that out right now. You know what I mean? Yo, y'all got to make sure y'all still shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com as well. You know what I'm saying? Happy holidays, my G. How you, my guy? What's up, man?
Man, you know we doing good, man. These sports, man, they could get rather depressing, and I say that in a joking fashion, not in a real fashion. Because shout out to everybody out there who's dealing with some real stuff. But nah, man, we good over here, man. Like you just alluded to, man. You know the whole yo-yo effect with the Tar Heels, man. They over here killing me. We done hired Bill Belichick in football. We done. I don't even take up too much time, man. But outside of that, we doing good. How you doing, brother?
Man, I ain't gonna complain, you know what I mean? I'm doing all right. You know, it's my one of my favorite times of the year. You know,
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving, I love Christmas, I love all this time of the year. Always take me back to when I was a kid, you know, trying to sneak around the tree, see what I got, shaking boxes and doing all I be doing. You know what I mean? Now I'm on the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? So man, I'm loving it, bro. I'm really loving it. I love how things just kind of easy, like Sunday morning, almost around this time of the year. You know what I'm saying? My wife is off, starting Friday, off for the rest of
First,
the 2024.
what I'm
You know what I'm
talking about.
saying? So yeah, we're gonna be chilling, getting caught up on some shows and doing all that, doing some gaming, how we be doing. So yeah, man, I'm excited, bro. I am excited. I am excited, Corey. Um, I know you excited too with the little one. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it is incredible. So she's two going on 25, as you know, the little girl downstairs.
Uh-huh.
And we had to get a little bit creative with the Christmas tree because we didn't put one up last year because I was just like, well, she's one. She's not going to really, know too much. She's a
Yeah.
little bit more aware, but she's still not at that point where she don't want to pull stuff down. So we got like a semi-naked Christmas tree
Mm.
downstairs. We got like the ribbon and bows, but we ain't got like no heavy ornaments, no lights,
You
nothing
gotta
like
be
that.
careful. You gotta be careful.
Corey is like, this is fresh meat, and I'm going to
Hmm.
torturize this tree. She already pulled now, so basically we got like the three stockings over the fireplace or whatever. And so my wife got them where they're held up by Christmas decoration weights, so we wouldn't mount them into the top of the fireplace. So, oh, she saw all three of those. She saw the one with Kay with her name on it, ran towards it like the Tasmanian devil, messed around and pulled that mud down, and the daggone the weight holder almost hit her in the head. So I had to get like some sticky, no shout to no shout to Cali or Snoop Dogg when we had to get some sticky to like physically mount it. So she would have to have the strength of Hercules and He-Man to pull it down this time. So yeah, maybe 3 years old will be better, but right now, boy, it's fresh pickings for baby
Speak,
girl downstairs.
Speaking of sticky, I am gonna give a shout to my homeboy Glue Health, and I got that sticky situations
Oh,
on T. You heard? You know
shout
what I
out to
mean?
Glue.
You know what I'm saying? What up, Glue? You know what I mean? Yo, man. I know we got some things to get to, but this I want to talk about something that's not on the docket. We got to give a since we are avid college football fans and watchers and video game players, we got to give a shout out to the boy Travis Hunter, man. We got
Oh,
to. You know what I mean? Heisman winner. There we go. We gotta give it up. We gotta salute that, man. You know what I mean? Heisman winner. You feel me? Going both ways on the field, pause and all that. Like,
yeah.
yo, man. I mean, what a athlete. Yeah. In my opinion, I don't know if we have seen someone of this magnitude to play both positions. Of course, since his coach. of this
Yeah,
magnitude. You know what I mean? Which is crazy and nostalgic. Now the guy who did it at a high level is coaching the next guy who is going to do it at another high level along with his son, man. What are your thoughts on this, man?
you know, I think it's great. Obviously, I thought he was a shoe in for the Heisman anyway. Like I know Ashton Genty was kind of rounding up the real polls on that,
Yeah.
but I figured it was just a mere formality. Like I really didn't even watch it live. I came back and I watched the speech and all that stuff there. You know what's interesting is that he is saying that to any NFL team right now, alleged or whatever, that yo, if I can't play both sides of the ball, don't even draft me. And you know, I'm the type of guy where I never played sports outside my backyard in the Salvation Army. So who am I to say? I do know this: football players are bigger, stronger, faster than they was back when we first started watching them in the late '80s and the '90s. Um, and I don't want to be that person to limit him to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't do it. You know, like you shouldn't find which one of you like and then, do whatever. But he's saying, yo, to the NFL teams, if you're not going to let me play both sides of the ball, don't even draft me, bro. And I can't remember which person said it, but it kind of makes sense because it was like, well, if you play two positions, they're also going to have to pay him. Well, they don't have to, but it would behoove them to pay him. Now, that being said, if you're an NFL owner, GM, head coach, well, okay, I'm playing for two positions for one player gets hurt. Yeah. But I'm quite sure if Dion listened to idiots like me, he wouldn't have played both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
What do I know? Man, go for yours, homie. Go for
Go for
yours.
I salute it. I salute it. Again, who this isn't something new. It's something reinvented, though. You know what I
Yes.
mean? We've seen Dion do it at a high level. I like the fact that Travis Hunter wants to do it at a high level. I want him to go both ways. Pause. I want him to do that. I want him to do that, yo. I love that. It's time to shake shit up. Get it
Yeah.
shaking, young man. Go ahead and do whatever your heart is telling you to do and do that to the fullest. I'm saluting that. Why not? We
Yeah.
watched this coach play foot both sides of the ball and
His
then
whole career, if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't just when he was early in the career. I mean, Dion, he did it the whole point of his career, the whole part of his career, did he not?
that's a fact. But not only that, Corey, he would go and play both sides of the ball and then go steal bases.
Hey, why not, man? Hey, don't listen to idiots like me because
No.
I'm a scaredy cat. Part of me is glad that Corey won't be playing football because I'm just like I don't want her to get touched or whatever. But hey, man, go for yours, homie. Go for yours. Why not? Try it and do it. He's good enough. Hell, he just won the Heisman.
Let's go. Go Travis Hunter, go as far as you can, young
Hey,
man. Salute, salute, salute. You know what I mean? Let's switch gears to the NBA, Corey. You know what I mean? You know we love the NBA. You know
love
what
the
I mean?
NBA.
You know, um, last night, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I mean? We filming this, of course, on a Wednesday. It is the 18th. You know what I'm saying? So last night on the 17th, they had the NBA Cup. You know what I mean? It was the Bucks versus the Thunder, and the Bucks came out on top at a score of 97-81. Um, it was some things that I liked about this, Corey, and I want to highlight them. First of all, man, this whole pod, yo, let me be clear. The whole pod docket is sponsored by my mother. Corey, last night, you know, um, my mom, she loves the NBA too, her and my brother. So she called me before the NBA Cup going happened. She was like, who you going for? I'm like, I don't have no team, man. I just want to see a good game. So we got off the phone and she continued to text me the whole game. And she provided some thoughts that contributed to this docket. And this is one of the first ones. I got some more I want to get to, but I want to highlight them as we go. So what I did like about this game, Corey, from a business perspective, I love how they gave it the finals treatment, Corey. I had no idea it was gonna be on ABC. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I went to ESPN TNT, trying to just catch it. You know, it's college and whatever else going on those channels. I said, oh, it's on ABC. So then I cut it on. I can't remember the young lady's name who sung the anthem. I cut it on. She was bodying it. I
Yeah.
said, oh, they hot they giving this the treatment. I said, oh man, okay, this is fire. I like it. And the game was dope. You know, the Bucks ended up getting away with it, and they ended up winning. But Corey, I think with all the treatment that because like I said, they gave them the finals treatment. I think Giannis forgot that he wasn't in the finals.
Yeah.
Corey, why was Giannis crying during his speech after the NBA Cup? Corey, it ain't time for tears, Corey. Corey, he out there thinking his country he from and talking about, you know, how it was when they was coming up. And fam, I get all that. Stop. You niggas is 14 and 11. It's more season to play. This ain't tears of joy time. It's not time for the speeches and all that. I guess he got caught up in the ambiance.
Yeah.
It wasn't the finals, Corey. It
Yeah.
wasn't time for that, Corey. It just wasn't. Great game, great speech, wrong time. Wrong time, Giannis. Salute on the game you had. But dog, you gotta tuck them tears. It's only the NBA Cup, my G. Like what we Corey, like what like come on, make some sense of this, man.
You know, Jay-Z had a line basically stating, Hove did that so you wouldn't have to go through that. Right? The Lakers did that so Milwaukee didn't have to go through that. Now, we got roasted on an open fire. We being the Los Angeles Lakers, the inaugural winners of the first in-season tournament. We got roasted on an open fire, a big fat-ass pig with his stomach split wide open with a racist white man just turning that little pig round and round. We got destroyed last year. We popped champagne last year, Big V. We hung the banner up last year, Big V, and we got destroyed. Hove did that so you wouldn't have to go through that, right? And so
we didn't cry though. We didn't cry though. We
ain't crying. We ain't crying. And I see, you know, Giannis making way for his brother, I think his name Thanasis, to get over and to give him a hug and all that, which I think is dope. He's a competitor. He's a competitor, and he's really competitive at almost any and everything that he does. I do think that this builds momentum, or I think they have the team where this could be used as momentum. Yep. Clearly the Lakers fizzled out last year. We really didn't mean a damn thing other than having another banner that's kind of like off to the side, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they got that over there with the rest of the banners. But you're damn right we're gonna hang the banner up. But this ain't about the Lakers. This is about Giannis and you know, one reason that I did think him and what he did it for the people at the end of the bench who may not make these like $1 billion, $200,000, $300,000, $1 million contracts.
Because they get $500,000 for those that
they
don't
get
know.
$500,000.
When you win the NBA Cup, your whole team gets $500,000.
Yeah, and I just remember him kind of paraphrasing, saying he was really happy for them. But it seemed like he was happy for himself as well. So, hey, man, maybe they could use it as momentum going forward. You know, I have and still have my doubts about them together. Him and Dame are looking better than I thought they was going to be looking. So maybe they can. And then, hey, maybe around April, I'll be eating crow when it's time for the playoffs to start. Who knows? I mean, right now it's 50-50, but no, they look good. I think they have a great team to kind of galvanize like, yo, if you like this, especially being that Giannis in the core outside of Holiday won the championship before, you know, hey, man, y'all think this is something, wait till we do this in June. So hopefully they could galvanize and get the people ready for that. But I thought the crime was like, yo, I get he's not from the States and all that stuff, so it probably does mean a little bit more to him than it probably would the average American. I don't know. I can't speak on that, but dude, they ain't nothing like a ship, not an in season, but I digress.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Yeah.
I just, I thought the game was decent. I thought it started out good and it fizzled out. Um, yo, I'm gonna tell you though, people better watch out for the Thunder. I want to just put that out there.
Oh,
That young core of guys, because I want to be clear, they was missing Chet last night.
yeah.
That might have been a different game if Chet down low. I
Mm,
don't know, but
I don't think
I want to shout out my guy who came from the Knicks. I forgot his name.
Harkenstein.
I want to shout at him because he did all he could.
Yeah.
But I think that game goes a different way if Chet plays. I just do.
Yeah.
But salute. I don't want to take anything away from the Bucks. They won it. Salute, salute, salute. But it wasn't tears time. Giannis, no.
Nah, that wasn't.
You are a NBA champion.
Yeah.
You know better.
Yeah.
You were at one point. You were Hove. You did that, so you didn't even have to go through this. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You know when it's cry time. The
Yeah.
NBA Cup was not.
Yeah. No.
Pop some champagne, put your goggles on, whatever free,
Yeah.
whatever y'all want to do, because y'all did get $500,000, everybody on the team. Salute.
Yeah.
Y'all won an NBA Cup. Those are now part of history. You know what I mean? NBA Cups are part of history. We have to
Oh
respect
yeah.
that. We have to respect that now. So, but look, no more crying during the cups. No, from no team. From no team. Y'all now have had two hoves. So
Yeah.
nobody should have to go through this no more. No more crying. Knock it off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Chill out.
But also, again, when I'm talking to my mom through text back and forth through this game, and um I told her, I said, I love SGA. And she said, your brother thinks that SGA is better than John Morant.
Yeah.
So that's what prompted this question here on the pod.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I want you to answer me, and I want you to answer me, damn it, with real thoughts, Corey. Don't give
Yeah.
me no bullshit. Tell me
Yeah.
the truth of how you feel, man. Is SGA, in your opinion, better than John Morant?
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
But the gap ain't that wide, right?
Mm.
Like, I think their games, they're similar, but also different at the same time. And I think if Ja works on his outside game just a little bit more, because when I think of Ja, I think of him almost as a Russell Westbrook reincarnated, the way he attacks the basket with such vigor, ferociousness, and violence. And I think he's going to end up killing himself unless he kind of evolve his game a little bit. Whereas SGA, he do have them slashing type of abilities, but I think his game is more well-rounded from the three, albeit you couldn't see that last night, or whatnot. I think his mid-range is incredible. Now, I also think to be fair to Ja, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind when you get suspended and stuff like that. That's
Mm.
why I think the gap will probably close up on that. So I will admit my bias. Like, yo, I really almost didn't really see him for like a season. And then it's like, oh, he comes back and then he gets lost for 25 more games, on last year and stuff like that. So I think it's more so out of sight, out of mind. Whereas SGA, I'm seeing this guy almost every other night. And it's like Ja is still there. And I think the opportunity for Ja to evolve is still there. Now, not to go too far off the beaten path, Ja, we rooting for you, dog. But can you chill out on making gestures at the opposing team coach? Can we not get in a back and forth with the coach that happened the other night? I cannot remember who they was playing against. And it wasn't really a big story. I noticed it. It was just crazy because my wife and I was just talking about like, yo, who we need to give props to? I said, who? She said, John. And I said, because she was like, yo, we haven't heard a peep from him since everything kind of blew over. And then this happens, albeit it's not the worst thing in the world. You join at coaches, we had the incident with New York and all that earlier this year. So that stuff happened. There's worse things clearly that could be done. But getting back to SGA, though, I just think his game is more well-rounded. He's on a better team that kind of allows for him to do that as well. Yeah.
Mm.
But man, if I had to pick one, I'm taking SGA tonight. Who you got?
So if you have these two guys in the lineup in your draft, you drafting SGA first.
Yes.
I'm not mad
Yeah.
at that. I text back to my
It's
mother.
close.
I te- I said I echoed your thoughts last night. I told my mother. I said at first I said no. Then I text back. You know what? I'm not mad at that debate. I'm not mad at that
A
debate.
hell of a debate.
They
Shoot
both play.
your mother.
They both play the same point guard position. They both drive to the basket. I
Yeah.
think to your point though, SGA may be a bit more well rounded as far as the shooting aspect goes.
Yeah.
I think though where Ja, because Ja can shoot, he can shoot.
Yeah.
He don't shoot it as efficient to me as SGA.
Yeah.
And I will also say that I think that Ja makes up for um the shooting aspect with his defense. I think he plays way better
Mm.
defense than SGA. His
Okay.
defense, his defense is tenacious. I got him going first or second team defense this year. I
Okay.
think a lot of people aren't paying attention to the good defense that Ja plays. I mean, he'll go man up with anybody. Like I've seen, I watch it. I mean, you trying to post him, he'll body up. He'll try to take the charge, even if he don't draw said charge and gets a block. He will try to draw the foul, and you have to give credit for that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. But he's still my favorite player in the league. You know that. Like
Oh,
regardless of if FGA is more well rounded, it was plenty other people that may have had a no, I'm lying. I was getting ready to lie. I'm sorry. I was gonna lie and say it were a lot of people that had a more well-rounded game than Kobe, but I was gonna lie. I'm sorry. Pardon my lie. Pardon me. That would have been a lie. That would have been a bold-faced lie. Pardon me, Kobe. We love you. Rest in peace, my G. Pardon me. I'm sorry. No, you're right. Um, yeah, I'm not mad at that debate, and I can understand why you think that SGA is a better player than Morant. And I may have to second that. I may have to second that. But favorite player, who would I start my team with amongst those two? I'm drafting Ja. I'm drafting Ja.
tell you
I'm
what,
I'm I'm
you're not
drafting.
losing either way.
You're not losing either way. Either way, you're not losing. Either way, you are not losing. Um, this ain't on the docket, but we just talk. Losing just brings this thought to my head, and I just want to ask this question, and I just need you to answer it. Um, I don't think that the Lord delivered Jameis Winston from those pick sixes because I think he took a L this past Sunday. Am
Yeah.
I? So I think that were we right? Were you right in your assessment of the Lord cannot help him with the pick
Well,
sixes?
I think you have to be careful what you pray for. I'm a praying man, and you have to watch what you pray for. And even though
I'm here to tell that you was wrong, Corey. You
you
was
you
wrong.
but here's the thing. He said, Lord, deliver me from throwing these pick sixes.
He did.
Pick sixes where a ball is intercepted and returned for a touchdown. He
Yes.
hasn't thrown pick sixes. He just threw picks.
You,
He said to get delivered from pick sixes. He's technically been delivered from pick sixes. He just ain't been delivered from the picks. That's what I'm talking about. The Lord knows your heart, but you also got to be careful what you ask for because I felt like he should just be like, Lord, help me and stop me from throwing picks. He said pick sixes. He ain't throwing no pick six, Big V.
you know
The
what,
Lord
Corey?
works in mysterious ways.
And you know what, Corey? I think another way the Lord might have answered him because I watched the game and he didn't. He maybe didn't throw some pick sixes, but he took a lot of sacks for some losses. You did do that. You
Oh, well,
you
yeah.
you tucked it, and try to hold on to it. So I guess that may have been the Lord's way of delivering him from picks or pick sixes, Corey. I
You know,
don't.
I love Jameis Winston, man. I do. I just,
I know,
damn it.
man. We just joking around, James, man. Salute, man. We hope that he delivers you from something. I don't know. But getting back to the NBA, Corey. last night too. Well, damn it. I want to talk about a lot of things that ain't even on the docket real quick. Because this, again, I got to attribute my mother to these great thoughts for this podcast. In the midst of me talking to my mother about the NBA Cup last night, she pointed out that the Falcons are moving on from Kirk Cousins, Corey.
Yeah,
This is great.
yeah.
He started off with a flag. We came on this podcast and said, look, Kirk Cousins has done it again, damn it. Because he had. Which, can you explain the fall off to our audience, Corey, of why they are now going with the new rookie quarterback for the rest of the season from here on out?
Yeah. He he said man threw what about 8 or 9 interceptions in the past 4 games.
Yeah.
That's enough to get Jesus Christ benched. You can't. I think you only thrown like 1 touchdown in the last 4 games. Dude, you like you can't do that. We're paying you all this money. Penance is still supposed to be holding that clipboard with the headset on, learning plays and all that. He's supposed to be watching the vet. Now, what is explaining Kirk Cousins throwing all that? I ain't got no answer for that. I know why they
Maybe,
pulled him.
maybe the Lord need to deliver him from some pick sixes too.
They might, and you know what's crazy? If I'm not mistaken, I think they're only like one game from the division lead in the NFC South. So there's a part of you that want, like, if you're Atlanta, there's a part of you that want to see if you could ride him, super pause on that, and see if he get out of this slump. But at the same time, you falling, as Samuel L. Jackson said in Juice, you rolling down an alcoholic blade and landing in alcohol river on a razor blade, like something like that. I totally butchered that. But anyway, you can't carry that into the playoffs or even a playoff run if you're in the hunt.
Yeah.
And look, maybe Penix is just a spark or something, but Raheem Morris got to save his job too.
That's true.
That's
true.
If he was to stick with Kirk Cousins, I'm trying to feel like, how do you explain that to Arthur Blank? Why at the exit interviews, whether they make the playoffs or not, why didn't you pull Kirk Cousins? I don't care if he's getting paid Bill Gates money, even if it's just for a game. You got to pull him. But the fact that I am shocked that they said for the rest of the season, albeit it's only like 3 games left, if I'm not mistaken. But Raheem Morris, Coach Morris had to do something, man.
I mean, you're right. I hate this for Kurt because I love the way Kurt plays. He's a dog. But yo, man, it's also a business, man. And if you're in the hunt, you got to at least see what we have this top pick behind us. You know what I mean? We have to see what's in him. I mean, it's kind of what do you have to lose situation, quite honestly.
Yeah.
It may work out, it may not work out. We're gonna have to see going forward. But damn, yeah. But Kirk Cousins salute. I don't know. We'll have to see where it goes from this season. But yeah, getting back to the NBA. Corey, the All-Star game is going to have a new format, Corey.
Break this down for me. I don't understand it.
I came on this podcast to ask you to break it down for me. I don't understand what is going on. It's 3 teams involved.
Eight players on each team
playing to 40.
Yeah, the first to 40, and then I think they are supposed to play the winner of the is it the Rising Stars that they do, where you have basically the first and second year players, and I guess they're supposed to be going against them. And then it goes to 40. It's kind of confusing to me. I try to read over it to kind of make sense of it. Maybe I need to see it in 2K25 for it to kind of make sense. So maybe I'm a visual guy. All this stuff on black and white and paper, it don't make any sense to me. Yeah. And the fact that you even have to even do it this way is really saying something. It's been a joke for a long time. All-Star Weekend, like my favorite part of All-Star Weekend is the three-point shooting contest. It did
Yeah,
not be like that.
yeah.
But I don't really understand it. And maybe they're just throwing something at the wall to see what sticks. I
I,
don't
I
understand it.
I don't know. I tried to read up on it before I came, and it was still paused, and it was still just confusing. Even I've been watching all the the sport the professional sports guys who are not us talk about it, and I still don't quite get it. I'm barely even understanding the NBA Cup, quite honestly. I just
Yeah.
like it because it's great basketball, and the guys start playing. It's almost like a playoff basketball.
Yeah.
Like
Them
it was
guys
real.
play real good
It
in the
was
cup.
real, bro. It was real intense. It was
Yes.
real intense. Like I really like a lot of people. Like man, I don't know how they do away with this now. I want them to keep this up
Nah, they need
because
that. Nah, they need to keep that.
keep this man, and maybe the way it almost kind of like resurges the league because at the beginning of the year, leading into December, basketball kind of be so. I think
Absolutely.
this tournament kind of ramped it up and also gives us something to go into far as February with the All Star game, and maybe this will turn the All Star game around. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll stay tuned and all that, but it's time for the what the hell segment, baby. Pew 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 pew.
You know,
Who we got, Corey? What's up, man?
man, it's envisioned by you, executed by me, co-sponsored by the little baby girl who like to destroy Christmas trees downstairs and all that stuff, man. You know, I love college football. You
Yeah.
know, I love this college football playoff format. It's a beautiful
Yes.
thing, man. I like it, and some people don't, some people do. And real quick in college football 25, I have half of the ECU Pirates ready to transfer from my team because we will not be going anywhere near the playoffs. We're probably like maybe seventh in the American Athletic Conference. For lack of better words, I stink. And the players are upset about it. And I can't even recruit any 4 or 3 stars right now. I'm only getting 1 and 2, but that's neither here nor there. But that don't stop me from loving college football because I love college football.
Yes, sir.
And, the format is wonderful. And, with it going to 12, you kind of figured that your usual suspects would be able to crack the top 12,
Yep.
i.e., your guys, Michigan, i.e., your guys, Alabama, i.e., Alabama, i.e., Alabama. No, no, no. Nicholas Lou Saban Jr. is back at it again. Him and the AD, Alabama's athletic director, Greg Bourne. Man, they ain't make it. They
Yeah,
ain't make it.
I see Alabama didn't make it. I saw that.
They,
I saw
they
that.
didn't make it, and they got edged out by SMU.
That's tough.
Hey, that is tough.
That's tough,
I
Corey.
personally think that SMU is not a good a team as Alabama if you're doing the head-to-head.
Me too.
When I was watching the college football selection show 2 Sundays ago, I was just like, even with 3 losses, I just knew Alabama was going to get in.
Me too.
I really did. I thought that SMU, and here's a real quick with SMU, they could have elected to not play in the championship game because they're a member, but they're not collecting any of the conference funds. They're being fully supported by their boosters for the next 7 years. So they ain't
Oh,
gonna get any ACC bread until 7 years from now. Now, what does that mean? Why does that matter? Well, that matters because had they abstained from playing in the conference championship game against Clemson, then I think they would have been ranked at like number 8 or number 9 or something like that. So I don't think the committee wanted to penalize them for barely losing against a hot Clemson in the ACC. But man, Nicholas Saban and your boy Greg Barn, man, they kind of see things a little bit different. They felt like they should have been there. No argument there. Stuff happens. But we just talked about Giannis kind of like, hey man, we glad you won, yada yada yada, but let's not go overboard. But this is Greg Barnes and Nicholas Saban, Solly Jank Nicholas. It's just going super duper overboard here. Let me quote with what's going on here from Greg Barnes. We are disappointed with the outcome, and we felt like that we was one of the best 12 teams in the country. We had an extremely challenging schedule, and we recognized that there was two games in particular where we did not perform as well. With that said, we need to see how the strength of schedule will be evaluated by the committee. Not only that, we need to also look deeper into our out-of-conference schedules moving forward, end quote.
Okay.
Out of Big V, I like to run down the last 4 years, including this year, of basically their out of conference schedule. 2024, their out of conference schedule are as follows: Western Kentucky, South Florida, Wisconsin. Okay, I give you Wisconsin, and Mercer. That was the out of conference schedule for 2024. Oh, but it gets worse. 2023, Middle Tennessee, South Florida, Chattanooga. Let's go back to 2022, Big V. Utah State, UL Monroe, Austin Prey. All right, fine. Okay, well, this has been a couple. Okay, all right, fine. We'll go back to 2021. Mercer, Southern Miss, New Mexico State. Now, there's an argument to be made that the SEC is the toughest conference, and that is why you don't play these crazy, out of conference. But then I'm thinking about like, man, you know what? Maybe I'm taking it the wrong way. Maybe he means he needs to schedule tougher because they're in the gauntlet known as the SEC. But then I started thinking about it. The SEC kind of bounces back and forth between being the toughest conference between them and the Big Ten year in and year out. So you're already not playing anybody.
Yeah.
In your out of conference games. You're just not. And so you don't really have anything going on where you could boost your record because you're in the toughest. I'm not playing in the SEC in college football 25. No. You know, all the football college video game heads know you can choose which conference you want to go to. Oh, no. Matter of fact, real quick, I'm thinking about stepping down from the American Athletics Conference and going down to Conference USA to see if I could beat up on some little sisters of the poor. But it's not about me, Big V. It's not about video game college football. So the only other answer that I have for Alabama is, why don't you just leave the SEC, bro? Leave the SEC. Come on to the ACC. Go to the Big 12. Go to the American Athletic Conference. Because what you're telling me is that your key losses all came within conference. Because you got such a tough schedule. You lost to 5-5 Oklahoma, bro. You lost to Vanderbilt, an academic powerhouse.
That tore down the field goal post, Corey.
Down the field goals. The only loss I would give you that's remotely okay is that you lost to Tennessee when they was ranked number 11th in the country. I'll give you that. So is it that you need a tougher out-of-conference schedule? But that's not what it sounds like, Solly Jank, Nick, and Greg Barnes. Sounds like I need to leave and go to another conference. What the hell?
That's a good point. I like that, Corey. I like that. What the hell? What the hell? It's right. Yeah, I like that. And Miami didn't get in either.
No.
No. So, hey, if Miami didn't get in, you guys don't deserve to get in. I want to be clear on that, Alabama. You know what I mean? I want to be clear too, man. Shout out to everybody who be tuning in, tapping in each and every week. You know what I mean? Whether you catching the clips on YouTube, Instagram, whatever your favorite social media site is, we'll appreciate it for show. Corey, I appreciate you each and every week for rocking with me, man. Y'all already know what it is.
Right back at you, my guy.
We won't be here next week because we'll be celebrating Christmas. So Merry Christmas to all. You know what I mean? Y'all know how we end this thing, right? Y'all already know, man. What? Peace.